creative continuity. We bring the convention to you.
Creative continuity here at the Great Philadelphia Comic Con with the legendary voice of Empress Rita from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Barbara Goodson.
After 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to conquer!
What got you started?
I always wanted to be an on-camera actor doing film and TV. And I was waiting tables and I found out about this thing called Japanese cartoons dubbing, cartoon dubbing when I was doing a show. And I did this as a way to make money while I was waiting to become, you know, Meryl Streep, right?
Right.
So it turned out that this became more lucrative, and voiceover in general became lucrative, and it kept me acting. And basically, as an actor, you want to be creative, and as a character actor, you want to do all different kinds of characters. So that's my voiceover career enabled me to do that. Make a living and also not get bored with just one character.
Okay, now how long did Rita had a run with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
This was almost 5 years, from 93 to 97.
Okay.
A little longer than that. And it was not expected at all. And I didn't think that I was coming back because first I was fired once.
Wow.
Because they said the voice was too Wicked Witch of the West-ish. But that's how they directed me. They said, we want the voice like that. Then they said, well, it wasn't scary. The fans, or not fans, but there was a research thing that said, that's not scary. So they fired me, but they let me audition. And I was so pissed off that I came up with that voice.
Oh.
And unbeknownst to me, I'd be doing it for 25 years.
Wow, wow. So you had no idea that the show was going to take off the way it did?
No way, no. I remember seeing this with my family back east, and them looking at it and saying, well, it's nice you had a gig. Happy for you.
Right.
Weird show, not going to make it. And none of us thought it would be, but the kids they were enamored by the whole thing.
Right, right. I was one of those kids at the time. So was this a difficult character, a heavy strain on the voice?
Not really. I know how to do diaphragmatic breathing. I know how to drink a lot of water and put a lot of air in there. And so, oddly enough, I don't get hoarse, really.
Wow.
I don't do that. I would say after 2 hours of a session, I wouldn't do a longer session than that.
Wow.
There was one session that was for Universal Studios, the show there. And that, I lost my voice. It was 8 hours.
The whole Power Ranger experience was overall was a wonderful.
The friendships are still with me. We're all close. The guys that played Squat and Babu and Goldar.
All right.
And Lord Zed.
Right.
And Wendy Lee, who plays Scorpina. We're all buddies. We were young together, and we're still doing the same old stuff.
Yeah, right. And I see that you did the voice with the Lady Talzin.
Mother Talzin.
Mother Talzin,
from
Star Wars, Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, yes. I won an award for that, Best Actor Award from Behind the Voices.
That was an awesome show.
I loved her.
You did a wonderful job on that character.
Thank you. Mother Talzin. Different than Rita.
There we go. See that?
Very European.
And that's that shows your acting range. It's very well done.
Well, there's a little bit of stuff I've done. Different little boy voices, little girl voices, crazy birds and things.
Now, how did this opportunity for Star Wars come about?
I just auditioned. I have a voice agent, and George Lucas was looking for a Romanian witch voice. And I'm from his era, and I kind of thought, oh, Maria Ospinskaya from the black and white Wolfman movies. And I just put her in my thoughts as the character, and it clicked. He liked it, and I got the job.
Any more voice acting?
I just did something called Wolf, the Red Hood Diaries, which I played Granny for a interactive game as the Granny on a Red Riding Hood video game.
Okay, awesome.
There's something called Violetta where I'm playing Olga. That was like a dubbing job that's like an Argentinian Glee. It's a strange little career I have.
that's
It's obscure.
Argentinian Glee.
Glee, and I'm dubbing it into English for South Africa and England, and
Oh, so you stay pretty busy.
I'm a busy girl. Yeah, I keep
okay.
that, and the on-camera stuff. I keep doing that too. Small things, little movies here and there.
All right. Hal Gant signing off with Barbara Goodson. Thank you. All right.
It's morphin' time.
Oh.
Tiger Group and Thundersword Power.
All
Yeah,
right.
is that good?
Karan Ashley, how did you get the call to become the Yellow Ranger?
Oh man, you know what? I heard about a friend of mine, my friend Felicia. She told me there was an ad in the paper, and they were looking for 3 young teenagers that could be on a TV show for Power Rangers. I knew nothing about the show, and so I went. There were a few thousand people there, and I kind of was like, oh man. So I spent my whole Saturday waiting in line for my chance, and I had a quick 30 seconds of Impress Us, and so I did, the monologue they had, and I had to dance. And so it was funny because they had no music. I had music, but they were like, we don't have a radio. So I mean, it was like they were trying to psych you out, but I did my thing. And so later that they said, come back later in the afternoon, we want to tape you for producers, and we'll have music. I was like, okay, cool. So I came back, I did my thing again, and literally 3 days later, I got a phone call saying, can you come to LA? We'd like to fly you out to audition.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah. And they're like, we're flying you tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And so we flew in, and literally the thousands, we found out that they were searching all over the country, New York, Atlanta, Orlando, Dallas, everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. And we, now it's about 15 people. And so we auditioned all day. And that afternoon, they put us all in a room, and they were like, you, and you got the part. And we lost our minds.
You did all the acting choreograph. You were your own stunt person?
No. I was very blessed. We were all blessed. The thing with Power Rangers is it came on every day. So we were always up against the clock as far as not having enough episodes turned into Fox. So we literally had 2 crews. There was a first unit crew that shot us. And so all the, out of costume or, standing in the costume in the command center kind of thing, we did. And then there was a separate crew shooting all day long that were the stunt team. And so they did, my stunt doubles made me look really good. But back then we got to have, we had civilian fights.
Okay.
So half the show, we would fight as ourselves, and then we'd morph, and then the stunt team would come in and they'd fight in the suits.
But I remember you guys fighting.
Yeah, as ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Any
so
injuries?
Fights,
Any a putty ever sneak you?
No, but I kicked a few putties in the head, and there was injuries on I'd miss my cue, and oops, sorry. So
wow.
No, for the most part, we were everybody would take it really seriously, and we would work really hard to make sure nobody got hurt.
There was a remake. I'm sure you may have seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
And very gritty.
Yeah.
It was shot very well. I got to give credit where
it was amazing.
All right.
I honestly liked it. It's funny because people always go, oh, I don't know if you want to answer. I'm happy to answer the question. I thought it was amazing. I thought what they did was really cool. It was almost like Power Rangers' evil cousin or evil twin. It wasn't the cheesy, family-friendly Power Rangers we're used to. But I think a lot of the adult fans that were 5 and now are 30, they loved it. And I was one of those 12 million people that watched.
Right, as was I.
Yeah, so I felt like there were certain things that I don't feel like we didn't need all that edginess, because what was cool about our show is our fighting was the edgy part. But I loved it. I thought they did a great job. And, I think they're going to push Lionsgate in the way of making the new version
absolutely
edgier.
And you have this talk show.
Yes. Uncensored Talk.
How did that come about?
You know what's funny is I was traveling from city to city doing all these conventions, and I was like, man, that person's so cool, and that person's so cool, and oh my God, that's an icon. I'm like the fans. I meet people that I've looked up to, and I kept going, somebody should be talking to them. And I was like, why aren't you talking to them? And I was at the time doing a radio show called Uncensored Radio, and so I was going to leave the radio show, and I said, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity for me to leave and kind of transition into Uncensored Talk. And it's really become a cool thing, because the reality is we hang out, we get to meet all these, other celebrities. that are amazing people, and we get to hang out with them, you know, for a weekend, and we've become really good friends. You see people over and over, and they are a little more uncensored when they sit down with me because they feel like, oh, you're one of our peers. And so I ask them crazy questions, and we have fun, and it really, I wanted it to be a situation where the guy in wherever who can't come to a convention actually gets to have a little bit of a convention. They get to be kind of a part of it. They see us walking around, they see the things that we do. I've talked to a lot of Rangers, and the fans really enjoy it because they kind of get a different side of, you know, they see this hero and they have this idea of who we were, but then they actually get to meet us, and they, you know, it works out.
Right.
Here at Power Morphicon, I am in Orlando, Florida at Ranger Stop. I'm at Rhode
Any thoughts
Island
in
Comic-Con.
like a big Power Ranger reunion?
You know,
would the fans ever see that?
I would love for the fans to see that. I hope that one day Saban can figure it out. I mean, there have been times that they've hinted to that, or, you know, they're doing a new movie and people have been talking about possibly having us in it. I don't know. Nothing has panned out, but I hope for no other reason that they can figure it out so that the fans get what they've wanted for 20 plus years.
Right.
I mean, there isn't a weekend that I'm not in a different city that someone doesn't come up and go, can we just get the band back? Can we see the OGs?
Right, there we go.
The OG Mighty Morphin cast together. Can we make it happen? I'm trying. So who knows? Morphin time.
All right,
Peace
Harold
out,
Gant,
people.
signing off with Karan Ashley. Creative continuity at Greater Philadelphia Comic Con. Okay, took me a minute.
It's Morphin time.
The Great Philadelphia Comic Con.
All right.
Make my monster grow.
There we go.